What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today with another video for Dragon Ball Legends. And this is actually going to be a very short video, and as soon as this one is done, I'm going to start recording the April tier list. So what we're going to be talking about in this short video is everything you need to worry about in relation to this new friendship farming piece of equipment. It's very ambiguous the way they worded it in the in-game news with the feedback update. Of course, there were quite a few other good things that came with the feedback update. Should be easier to get through co-op now with the dual impacts and dual rising rushes being significantly buffed. They also made it easier to grind out Zenkai, making all the currently existing Zenkai characters just having tag-based missions like Saiyans, movies, regeneration, instead of being specific to that character. That means that pretty much no matter what game mode you're playing, you're going to be making progress towards that. You can play with your favorite Saiyans or movies or regeneration teams in PvP, and you'll be getting work towards those missions, which is actually quite a welcome development. They also increased the amount of souls that you get from doing the Zenkai missions, and added 2 additional adventure slots that we're going to get to along with this new piece of equipment, because it's very straightforward. Possibly the biggest news for the update, in addition to everything else, is starting next PvP season, the rewards are going to be restructured, meaning that if you're in the top 20,000, you're going to be included in a base reward pool, and hopefully the rewards will start to tier up better based on performance, instead of it being 1,000 for everybody in the top 10,000, except for the number 1 who only gets 1,500. There's not too much motivation to grind for better placements as long as you're in the top 10,000. So if they make that a little bit more competitive while also keeping the cheaters at bay, that could be extremely healthy for top-end PvP in this game. That is still yet to come. It does not affect this current PvP season, but we will be expecting that soon. Of course, I'll cover that when we get there. But again, the focus for today's video is going to be this friendship equipment, and this video should be extremely short. So we're going to bring up the internet here and jump in and do a couple of comparisons and some math between some posts here. But speaking of math, I'm going to keep this very light. This is going to be very math light, no heavy equations or anything complicated. But this is the piece of equipment we are talking about. That there's no way that we could lose to someone like you. It's a piece of equipment that's got Shallot and Gohan on it from the Cell Saga of the story in Legends. And it's also a Platinum or Diamond tier equipped. I believe they call it Platinum for this game. And you can get it for free, from the Z Metal Exchange Shop. You just go to your in-game Exchange Shop tab, navigate down to the Z Metals, which are the currency that you get for continuing to pull a character once you've already gotten them to the red 7 stars or the 14 stars mark. Once you continue to pull, like heroes, you'll get 100, EXs, you'll get 250 of these coins, and then of course Sparkings, you'll get 600 of these Z Metals. Once you've built up some of that currency, which many longtime players will have a good bit of, you will then be able to buy the keys to open adventure slots 6 and 7. That is where you get those. The first set of adventure slots in number 6 will cost you 10 keys to unlock, and of course the 7th one costs 20. So it is kind of gated behind a paywall, but not really, because that shop has been sitting idle for a very long time, so plenty of players will have access to it, but the paywall aspects definitely kick in for brand new players. Brand new players will have no units at Red 7, and they will not be getting any of these Z medals, so they will not be able to do Adventure Slots 6 and 7 until they played long enough to get to that point. So that is maybe a little bit concerning that this piece of equipment is gated behind that. But at the same time, brand new players probably also aren't in a position to be doing Zenkai characters in the first place anyway. So this is a system that is entirely gated towards the portion of the community that's been playing the game for quite a while. But again, Z Metal Shop is where you'll get this piece of equipment as well as the tickets you need to unlock Adventure 6 and 7. Now, closer examination of this equipment, you just buy them and they're going to come with a first slot pre-rolled. So you want to just continue to buy them if you're able to until you get that first slot with the perfect 3% red. This piece of equipment we're looking at in this picture encompasses all 3 of the different possible rolls you could have on this equipment. The dashes are either going to be green with a 1% or a 2%, or they'll be red with a 3%. You'll have A if it looks like this, If you have 3% and 2 1%, it'll still be B. If you have 2 red dashes, so 2 3%, it'll be an S. And then if you get all 3 red, you're looking at the Z plus piece of equipment. Now you're going to need, at the very minimum, 3 of them to get the 27% boost to all of your battle members. But this piece of equipment stacks even beyond just stacking on single units. So if you can get 9 of them as highly rolled as possible. Now they don't all have to be perfect. If you're an elitist and you want to roll them all perfectly, then of course it'll help you out by giving you greater numbers. But we're not going into all the math behind all this. Just the point is, you stack 3 of them on one character, and that will give up to the maximum of a 27% boost to your team, your battle members, the 3 people that are coming, to their friendship levels. Now, if you continue to stack, you can stack 3 more on another character and 3 more on another character. So far, game testing does seem to indicate that that will give you up to the 81% boost to the friendship EXP that you would normally get. Again, I haven't done specific testing, and it is hard to find someone that's got 9 of these with red dashes that's already, part of the community and done these tests publicly. So we've gone off of Spider's tweet here. Spider has gotten whatever available, some A's and 1 B, and he is using them and done some basic testing where when everyone was wearing them, including the bench members, it seems like he got a higher amount of experience. So the pictures are kind of irrelevant, but he's got 3 characters wearing 9 of them up top, and then he's got 18 of them in the second picture. He did the same level, unexpected visitors, over again, and that's kind of how the math boiled down. 1386 for 9 and 1773. Now, it does not seem, we will look at this, that the 3 bench characters here are not getting any type of bonus experience. However, if you stack them with the equipments as well, they in turn might give the 3 battle members the bonus. So it only seems like the battle members are getting the bonus. You'll have to farm around that. But if, you are the type of player that wants to get 18 of these equipments to completely stack up your team, then that's going to be the fastest way to grind out the friendships on multiple characters at the same time. And then, of course, you'll rotate down to the bottom row, I guess, and then do those characters and just flip-flop it. So, at the very minimum, again, you'll want at least 3 of them to get some type of boost to all your battle members. If you do stack it, the further you stack it, the better it's going to be. And your priority with re-rolling them to get them all red dashes is on you as a player. I personally would probably settle with them at the S level, and you'll probably have not too much a noticeable difference. But again, that's completely up to y'all. That's pretty much it for this video. I did want to keep it super short so that we could talk just about this friendship piece of equipment. That's really all I wanted to cover. Just, keep it very streamlined. I'll be working on the tier list here as soon as I stop recording this, and maybe we'll get a double upload for today if I can get them all out. If you have any questions about the update, what all's going on, feel free to comment them down below. If you enjoyed this quick little video, give a thumbs up, help spread it out on YouTube. Of course, I appreciate each and every one of y'all that help out by doing that. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing so I can see you again on future uploads. I do believe I covered everything related to that piece of equipment. It does work with the daily stages, the Let's Go Fight Goku daily stages, and of course it'll work in events and story. So with that being said, I'm gonna go work on the tier list, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Peace out.